is a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day outside. As bikers ourselves, you know, it's about safety, and it's really about those looking twice, and it saves our lives. But today it's really about May and Motorcycle Safety Month. Our fine governor signed a proclamation with that just last week. Now today we have the honor of having our mayor do the same thing. In many of occasions, especially with our veterans, there's many of you here in this room today, our mayor has done lots of things in regards to our veterans and our freedoms, our freedom of choices. So for that, first and foremost, I appreciate you for all that you do for our veterans. Thank you. Then with freedom of choice, education is the key to really understanding what is it. Because I think sometimes it's fear of the unknown. We can educate. And once you're educated in certain pieces of safety and other awarenesses, it makes a big difference about how you view a biker. Or it's not just leather. There is a person, there's a father, there's somebody that's behind that, a mother. So with that, Mayor, our wonderful mayor will read our wonderful proclamation.
I'm underdressed for you guys.
We need to get you a vest.
I probably should.
All right.
From here, I'm going to Red Hatters group that's down at the Kaler today. My wife's in that group. There'll be over 400 ladies there with their red hats, and it's a great thing. I do a welcome for them as well. But it's a joy for me to be here today. And I want to say thank you, first of all, to you for all that you do besides ride your bikes and be out there. There's a lot of fundraisers I know that the bikers take a part in, and I know one of them is that one for Ronald McDonald House that I've had the privilege of riding along on somebody's tricycle, I guess, most of the time. But also, most recently, when we had the Marine from Rochester that was killed over in Afghanistan, and the funeral that was here in Rochester, and I'm sure many of you were lined up along the streets with flags and all of that. It was pretty impressive, to say the least. My wife, when we went to the funeral that day, she just couldn't get over it. And I told her, I said, well, the day before on the Friday, many of you were out there at the airport as well. And she's been telling people all the time about how impressed she was. So thank you for all you do in that regard as well. And I would just wish for you to have safe riding wherever you go and whenever you go. But it's my privilege today and to be able to read the City of Rochester proclamation. And it's got all these whereases on, and when we have kids from the elementary schools come, I say the whereas is really a because. And they all get that because, you know, they probably ask their parents about something, and why do I have to do that? And the answer oftentimes we give them is because, you know, I said so. But in these, it's always whereas. So we begin with, whereas, as an energy-efficient vehicle that effectively reduces fuel consumption and contributes to the lessening of traffic and parking congestion, the motorcycle is an increasingly popular means of transportation for commuting, touring, and recreational uses. And whereas there is a growing need for cooperation among automobile drivers, motorcyclists, bicyclists, and pedestrians to reduce injuries and fatalities when using our streets and highways. And whereas it is beneficial for all Minnesotans to increase their knowledge of the laws regarding the use of roadways. And whereas the annual observance of Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month calls attention to the importance of actively promoting safe motorcycle operation, increased rider training, improving licensing efforts, and motorist awareness. And whereas by working together to increase knowledge of the needs of all road and highway users, while encouraging users to exercise added caution, we can strive to make our roads safer, thereby enabling motorcyclists throughout Minnesota to have an enjoyable riding season. Now therefore, I, F. Brede, Mayor of the City of Rochester, Minnesota, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2010 to be Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, and in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the corporate seal of the City of Rochester to be affixed today, this 15th day of May, 2010. Ardell F. Brede, Mayor, City of Rochester, Minnesota. So Scott, I will give this to you.
thank you. I'm sure glad you didn't hit fishing opener, so
No,
I'm glad you're able to make
I
it.
remember being out there one, today would have been okay, but I've been out there where there was ice forming on the fishing rod too, so that's.
Well, thank you very much.
Good.
One of the things we'd like to do right now is get a picture with that together, so
Okay.
if folks want to come on up and let's get a picture together.